I've been teaching golf for about 50 years and I really miss it. And my kids told me about this TikTok thing, so here we go. I'm going to give a golf lesson on TikTok. This is how to form a basic golf swing. Each hand is different, so you train them separately. First, the right hand, holding the wrong end of the club. You turn the shoulders like a lid on a cylinder until this shoulder's looking down at the imaginary ball. Bend the elbow and wrist over this shoulder, and then keep your eye looking that way and don't hit the ground, just make a whoosh. Hold the follow through, let it wrap around your neck. Swap hands, turn the left hand and arm inward, turn the shoulders, hinge your wrists, make a loud whoosh, hold it. Then do it with both hands, one and whoosh. That's how you form a golf swing.
Once your swing sounds right and is balanced and smooth, then of course we have to take it to the ground. That's where the ball is. And here's how to do that. When we're holding the wrong end of the club, it's thin, and so the club very naturally falls into the fingers, and as a consequence is wedged up under what they call the hypothenar eminence, which is the heel of the hand here. Now, as a consequence of that, when you extend and bias your arm, as I said, twisting the arm inwards, there's an angle between the left arm and the club, which is about 150 degrees. Now, that is significant because of how we need to regularize the way we're standing. Golf is sort of unique because we have 14 different size clubs and we rarely ever hit two consecutive shots with the same club. And so we need to have a way of standing that matches the slope of the ground and the length of the club without great variance. So you pick up the club, extend and bias the arm, and then that establishes this angle. Attach the other hand, and then stand um, in your normal erect fashion. You don't have to stand in a more military fashion. Your natural stance probably has a slight concavity of the back. The shoulders are back and down, and your upper arms should be touching your chest. Now, that's the shape that we want to take to the ground. When you bend over, the club, of course, goes down, but it also comes toward you. And when it gets to about the top of an imaginary ball, stop, and you'll notice that your legs are completely straight, which of course no sport is played very well that way. But you then use your knees to drop the last couple of inches, and that establishes your posture. Then you take several practice swings. In fact, I do it over a period of some days with some thicker grass. Obviously, I have it somewhat abundantly here at the moment, where you can then turn and do the swing that we've been training and brush the grass in front of your face. You don't want to gouge in front of your right foot or miss. Those are the two, unfortunately, easier variants, but not the one we want. And you're also mindful that you're swinging the distance from your feet that you had planned. That's helpful as well. Then, of course, we have to confront the issue of holding the heavy end of the club, which we only ever do with two hands. So when you grip the normal orientation of the club, the grip is thicker and it's quite easy for it to fall into the palm of the hand and be wedged up under the thenar eminence. That doesn't work because it doesn't allow you to properly hinge your wrists. So make sure that it's still wedged up under the heel of the hand there, preserving that 150-degree angle. And then we have to take some interest in the club face because its orientation needs to be set. This is a club which is called closed. This is open. That means closed is twisted to the left somewhat. To the right is open. And in fact, quite commonly, you hit golf shots with the club face open, less so with it closed. Now, the way to evaluate is that the bottom edge of the club and all the lines on the face are vertical. So you extend and bias, you've picked up the club, and you just fix it inside your fingers, and then you tip over crouch. And then walk to the ball, lightly ground the club, put the feet apart, and do one slow wooden waggle as if the club were a windshield wiper blade and you're just cleaning a little piece of it. And that shows you how to start the backswing. And then you go one and brush. And that's how to do the rest of the job.